depressed and psychotic that you're looking other people's information up. Y'all, we on this app saying that how many people want to go off grid and stop paying $5,000 in mortgages? Who wants to stop doing that? Do you know how much I would love to get a fucking Cummings, a RV, and live off grid and live off the land?
Hold on, Carmen. Chaos, sweetheart. I in one breath look more ethnic than you could dream of in your lifetime, sweetheart. Just so we're on the same page.
Are y'all reading this shit? That shit is wild as fuck.
Chaos,
Because listen, they told her she was not black over there.
Well, but I mean, chaos.
This shit is wild as fuck to me. Like, people are really, because I decided not to take a stand and not be cool with y'all looking
Robert,
up
how long have you seen Robert, how long have you?
I can't hear you.
Don't cut off Miss Carmen.
No, it's the fact that you gonna type with racist white folk. Who is the racist white folk? You talking about the people that's over here? That's that fuck shit that I'm saying.
Sorry, chaos.
Oh no, chaos. Oh no. Oh, chaos. It's so sad. You could scream in the comments at Miss Carmen and then we don't let you talk. Don't come for Miss Carmen. She is divinely protected around here.
Oh, not only her, I mean everyone here. What are you talking about?
Like, girl, get a grip.
Like, this is crazy. You see this? This is what I'm saying. Like, people have to have humanity. Where's humanity at? Like, I've been watching for the past 14 days what's been going on, and I've been quiet about it, Robert. I didn't mention any names. I came up in the panels. I kind of checked a couple people and said, hey,
yeah,
like, if you say
my name every fucking time.
Okay,
Andrew, you kind of deserve it.
And I apologize for that, Andrew. Andrew, you need an apology. Your feelings are valid, and I respect that because you just brought me back into it. But what I'm saying is, what I'm not cool with is that the people that I have been in counsel with, right, that at panels that I've gotten in with, they have allegedly been looking people up and putting people in the backdrop. They've gotten as far as looking up people's past, going in people's criminal records. I'm not cool with that shit. Nothing's funny about it. And you keep platforming them. I can't go in that platform and sleep at night. I don't know how some of y'all sleep at night. I'm sorry?
I don't think it's that bad.
To you.
Especially
this
recently,
person has been my friend for a long time, and it's never been that bad. It's bad.
When is it that bad, Andrew?
What? When is it that bad? Like the first time, the first live, and then it kind of cooled down. Like
3 nights ago was pretty damn bad. 3 nights ago was pretty damn bad.
But I feel like people bring it on themselves mostly.
Wow.
Well, no, not certain people. I'm not talking about humans.
I think this is the time to highlight that what I have watched in the last 2 days is the fallout of allowing shit like this on your panel, because the last couple times I've gotten invited to your space, you've had a lack of boxes filled. Like an extreme lack of boxes filled. Because eventually the people who get in panels... Hold on, Andrew. Because none of us are getting paid. No, Andrew, hold on. Let me finish. We don't get paid to be in these panels. You're not paying us to entertain you on your panel, right? We're volunteering our time to do this. And eventually people will be like, you know what? I just won't go there. We'll find other spaces with hosts.
Correct. That's what I'm doing.
Control shit. Like Robert. Robert controls his space. And therefore, people come here. You're modeling your live off of, you keep saying you model it off of me and Robert. That's what you keep saying. But neither of us allow moderators to spew terrible, hateful shit towards our friends. None of us make those people moderators so that way they can control the space to bully our friends. We don't allow that. And that's the difference.
It's a medium, but I don't know how we can casually say recently hasn't been that bad. According to who?
According to who? That was my question.
According to who? Because if you're somebody who just in the last week got doxxed by Aqua and backgrounds was in your live, well, that's the worst week of it for them. So according to who? According to who, was it not that bad? What are you talking about? What does that mean?
I'm not cool with it. I'm not cool with it.
I'm not asking you. I'm just curious. What does that mean? It's not been that bad recently. What does that mean? For who? For who? That's an interesting statement.
I don't think he knows.
Andrew is muted.
Some people don't really care. That, to be frankly, I think some people doing it for not this ain't
my life with what's going on in your life. Unfortunately, that's not the case. I just literally let people come on my platform. Yeah, I don't see anybody really going after anybody except for a few people.
Robert, can I go after him or after you?
From what
I noticed, maybe you guys are more vicarious than me on those type of things, but the only time
hold on,
I notice those things is when someone comes up and it's this happened.
Andrew, when your girlfriend, who's no longer here, was brought up, you dropped. When your father and your mother, who afford your lifestyle, were brought up, you dropped.
I never dropped.
When every little bit of your life has been ever brought up, you run because you're mad about it. You kick and scream just like everyone. So
no,
for
I
who
never
until
run.
no. So when we're running, when we bring up Prince's request to show your 2019 rehab stay, is that not a bad day for you?
Oh,
it doesn't bother me. It doesn't.
No, it
bother
does,
me.
because last time it was brought up, you cried, you left, you ran. So I guess maybe it's not. Maybe it's not a bad.
I've never ran or cried.
Maybe it won't be a bad week, right? Because it's not a bad week for you. Because I think you said it just this week. You said it's not a big deal to have August's mugshot in your background. You were asleep, so maybe I'll be asleep while all 8 of your rehab stays are shown on my live. Not a bad week, right? Not a bad week, right?
Clock it.
Not a bad week, right?
And
not a bad week,
I wasn't going to bring that up, Robert. I wasn't going to bring that up.
Ladies, not a bad week, right?
Bad week, Robert. Not a bad week at all.
It's not a bad week. It's not a bad week.
Yeah. These are all people that I'm learning about on the fly, right? So if you guys have your own beef with all these people,
I don't have a beef with anybody.
I don't want.
No. It's not about the individual who. No. It's not about what we think of them. What it's about is, do you realize, Andrew, that where I'm standing right here, when I show any little thing right here tonight, guess who's recording it? Guess who's looking at all the colors?
Probably two people.
No. I'm not. It's a fictitious question. Shut up. Guess who just 2 days ago said, I'm going to kill someone because her daughter was exposed? Guess who the someone is? Andrew. You had her in your live this week. Not a bad week, right? Not a bad week, right? Not a bad week, right?
Facts.
Not a bad week, right?
Facts.
You think it's cute. Not a bad week,
keep
right?
getting up to unmute. What the fuck, dude?
Nobody's muting you.
Obviously, someone's muting me if I keep getting up. Yeah, I don't know.
Not a bad week. Everyone here, every single person.
This is the first time I've heard about it from you. No, this is the first time you're complaining to me about it.
It's not
Complaining.
no. It's not a complaint. When you said not a bad week, it kind of just it's like, well, to who? And I don't
That's
assume.
what I'm saying. Yeah, obviously, I've said that. Yeah.
But see,
Right.
Robert,
Like,
it's
to
not
who?
even about
Because-
they're trying to make it seem like, because I'm the white whisper, right? Because I come over here. Now it's funny that I'm the white whisper when I come over here, but they come over here and sit in your platforms. They were here for hours yesterday. They come in, they're listening, they're ear hustling right now. They're in here. So if they're racist, right? Like
but
how they
who is
say,
they? Isn't it just one or two people?
my God.
I don't understand who they is at this point.
Okay, so
Like,
Andrew, but
Robert, I understand
hold on.
who it is for you. I think it's just one person. Is it not?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No.
Because guess what? It was 3 different people I can clock just this week who had people who I'm affiliated with on your background. So what I wonder is if anything's certain in this world, and if you and I will treat each other fairly, this week I'll fall asleep while we run all 8 rehab stays of yours on my background while I'm asleep, right? That's what we'll do. And maybe we'll even throw some like hometown stuff. Maybe we'll throw some moms and dads, because that's cute, right?
Wait, so do you think I was awake while people were doing these things, or I don't understand what you're saying?
Not a bad week, right?
Am I in the Twilight Zone?
Not a bad week, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. How would that feel? Maybe girlfriends' names, maybe girlfriends' rehab stays, maybe girlfriends' mugshots.
I mean, they already
not a bad week, right?
Robert's always had an issue with it. Let's be clear with that. Y'all, it's like y'all are weird to me, like thinking that this man is clear with it. This man just has integrity. He just never wanted it to be spoke on.
Hey, Robert, can I tell you something?
Can I finish first real quick?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I just never mentioned it. I spoke in codes the whole time. I respected it. That was their truth to share. But what I had a problem with was the people that were hosting lives, paneling these people in the panels to do the fuck shit. So my spirit man began to get checked. Like, I know you ain't going to sleep on this. You cool with this?
No. Carmen?
That's what my problem is.
Andrew, do you know that imagine if you're a woman, a young lady, a beautiful young person, woman, alone, in your apartment, knock, 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 comes at the door. You go to the door. No one's there. You see someone scurrying away because of the shit that you promote. Would you feel kind of like, not a bad week, right? I don't know at what level you think this is not a bad week for some people, because you don't, what?
So Robert, while he's muted, I don't know if you've been addressed that two nights ago, before the huge doxing live that happened on his panel yesterday morning, there was a plan he was very aware of. Observant made a plan with him to have that doxing live on his panel, and Andrew said, "Yes, you can have it on my panel." It happened at the exact same time that it was planned out, 10 a.m. What is it, Pacific Standard Time or whatever. And it happened on his panel. Then he claimed to be asleep. He was not asleep at all. And
Rachel, do you think anyone here is dumb as fuck enough to think he was asleep?
No, I'm not saying that at all. But it's just...
Wasn't asleep though. I 100% wasn't asleep.
The plot is twisted,
Andrew.
Hold on, who is this? I don't even know who this is. Is this Cherry?
No,
it's Rachy Poo.
No. Oh, okay. Honestly, yeah, I can just
Can we
apologize
not
for what people did.
center him and get back to the topic of what we were talking about, Robert? This person I've rocked with, right? Like solid, like would go to the ends of the earth with. And my problem is,
before we go there though, let me like cap it off. Andrew, when you have to wonder what colors everything is, when you have to start carrying certain things with you every second of every day, when you're even taking your dogs out, when you have to make sure that every door locks behind you, as most people in this panel have, in the things that you think is not a bad week, then maybe you'll understand what we're talking about. Because I know that a life like yours that wasn't earned through rehab and stays of hell because you didn't earn much, you were just handed things like a house that you don't own, but a family owns it for you and you can stay there, which is great, is not a bad week. Maybe then you'll understand what a bad week is, because I think that's coming to you here shortly. And I don't mean that I would ever do anything like that to you, but maybe then you'll know what a bad week is when we fall asleep and all of your things are shown. That's not a bad week. And then you come to people like me and think that we're doing well. And I don't dislike you any more than I ever have. Thought of you the same way right now as I did yesterday. But maybe that won't be such a bad week. And maybe that week, though, you'll understand what it feels like to make a joke out of other people's lives, because your life has been so unserious and you have so little
Wait,
seriousness.
whose life am I making a joke at?
Well, you know what I know something about you, addicts, is that you've touched death so closely that you don't have any regard for your life, much less the life of anyone else. You're there. You're at the doorstep. I know people like you. You're at the doorstep.
Yeah, but that's not fair to say about all addicts, bro.
Not talking about addicts. I'm talking about Andrew.
He just talking about Andrew. He ain't talking about addicts. He talking about
maybe it won't be a bad week when you have to wonder what's next for yourself, just like you used to. I know you felt it. Maybe it won't be such a bad week. And maybe when that week comes, all of us can just say, not a bad week. Not a bad week, everyone. Not a bad week
Robert,
for us.
it's not a bad week this week, Robert. Not a bad week.
Not a bad week.
I guess you guys had a bad week. Fuck. I sympathize. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if it's my fault, I'm sorry. Like, I really am. I truly am. I'll take as much of the blame as you want me to take. I really will.
Andrew, did you have a hand in it? Like, at all? Did you have a hand in it?
It was in my life. Of course and I was pretending to sleep. Now all of a sudden I'm a liar. So like it's of course I planned.
You just said pretending to sleep.
Andrew, you knew that live was going to happen the night before.
I planned it all out. Like I'm in on it.
Andrew,
like,
you knew that live was going to happen the night before.
No, I really didn't.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I was.
Do you want to know? Do you guys want to know why I think
that's fine?
I kind of have you figured out, Andrew. Because let me explain something, Andrew. We don't come from so different backgrounds, you and I. And you remind me of someone called my brother, my older brother. You guys live the same. You live in the same types houses. You guys had the same types of experiences.
But you guys,
I get it. I get it. You talk like him. You say the same things as him. I get it. Not a bad week. But what I'm saying is, you're not. I really think that you two think that when you say things, people are there with you. You're alone in your words. People know reality. So when those days come for you, not a bad week.
They are. Let's be clear, they are.
Not a bad week, Andrew. Not a bad week.
Always come around. Anybody that has been on this app long enough and they have had harm done to them, all this shit comes back to you. And Andrew, you knew that the live was going to happen yesterday morning. You literally said, you can use my panel, and then you modded all them. And then went to the extent of saying, if I go to sleep, you modded even more people. And it's all recorded where it says, where people are saying, if he's asleep, you know that we can act up. Andrew, you kept moving your phone.
I wasn't
You were not
asleep,
asleep.
though.
You were
I
not
was
asleep.
never
You
asleep.
were not
I was
asleep. You
But
were
thinking.
Andrew,
not
Andrew,
asleep.
Andrew,
Yeah,
you
get
know
it
what really,
correct.
you know what really sucks, Andrew? When you put your family's things in jeopardy. Because I know you don't have much to lose, but you know who does? When you make such a fool of yourself, you put other people in jeopardy, and I think that's what you've done. I do.
Correct. I agree.
I do.
His
Not your
family.
things. Not your things. I know you don't own much. You don't. Of course you don't.
He has inadvertently
It's
put
only
my
it's only
family at
it's only
risk,
been a few months
Robert.
since your last stint.
He's inadvertently put my family back at risk. My dad has continued to get fucking prank phone calls from people.
And we know who the prank callers are. They've openly
Yeah.
confessed about
Yep.
it. See, I was on that side for a long time. So anything how
Maybe
they
when
move,
Andrew's hometown that he holds bonds in
absolutely.
thinks so
Robert, like
poorly of his
Robert
family
Carmen,
that they won't hold
Hmm.
anything other for them than a piece of shit for them. Not a
Robert
bad
Carmen,
week.
Andrew was allowing pictures of me
You
and
guys
my
are crazy.
dad. He was allowing pictures of me and my dad
Andrew,
from
Andrew,
my dad's
Andrew. Let
Facebook
I
me
don't
explain something.
allow
on
No,
his
anything. Hold
panel.
on. I have the
Andrew, let
same
me
rules
explain.
as
No,
you
Andrew,
guys.
Andrew, let me explain something to you. I am not, never was, someone from anywhere other than a place that you would only dream is your worst fucking nightmare. I was, and I am, and here I
Say it
am.
in layman terms, you ain't dumb and stupid and he ain't playing in your
Not,
face.
no, 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 no. Not only stupid, Andrew. Andrew, you made mistakes, and you continue to, and of course you do. You are a mistake. Not a bad week.
Not a bad week. It's not a bad week.
You guys keep saying that. It seems like you guys had a bad week, and it seems like you're taking it out on Andrew.
No,
No,
That's
I
fine.
didn't.
no,
Guess
This
what?
was
I
not
get it.
Bex.
And
Was
I
this
said
about
this to you
Andrew?
guys
Bill, was this
before.
about Andrew? This was not. This was me talking to
Andrew,
Robert about
Andrew,
what I
hold
was
on,
going
ladies,
through.
ladies. Let me explain something, Andrew. Me, Robert, Brown the fourth. I've been doxxed for the last maybe like 6 years. I have security clearances still to this day. My weeks are always great. I don't have bad weeks. It's people that I care about who might have recently had bad weeks, and I think you know what I'm talking about. I think you do. I know you do.
He know.
I
As
know you do.
much as you think I do, though.
No, I know you do.
I do want to. Can I say
Ladies,
because
ladies,
Andrew, I need you to
How would
understand.
I know, though? Wait,
why
how
do
would I
ladies
know?
feel a need? Why do ladies feel
Hold
a
on,
need to
wait.
talk?
Wait, Robert. Why do you think I know?
No.
Like, what do I know?
Andrew. I don't know if you
I
know
just
people
know what
like
you've
I don't
told me.
I don't know if you know people like
Very
me.
demanding,
Something's wrong with your
Mikey.
blue.
You sound
We can't hear
muffled,
you. Your
Robert.
sound, Robert.
Your finger, you got your
It's
finger over
getting
your mic.
good. Come on,
Oh,
fix it, Robert. Hurry
No,
up.
his
Fix it.
AirPods.
can you hear me?
No, it's
No,
like
we can't.
muffled. If that makes sense.
You
Is
can
it
hear
your
me?
earbuds?
It's muffled.
Oh.
Maybe low battery or something. I don't know.
Oh.
Okay, it's getting better.
It sounds like you're in a pool.
I'm near a pool.
That could be it.
Yeah, I'm near a pool. Is that better?
Yeah, that's a
Yes.
lot better. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not the kind of person, Andrew, that would say something like this when the conversation can be had. The conversation was had. I don't look to have someone explain things to me. I watch, I observe. I'm not like your family who lets you tell them excuses as to why you're fucked up on heroin. I'm not. I watched
Robert,
you.
I'm not. I don't do any.
I watched you. I watched you. I watched you.
You're better than this, Robert.
I watched you. I watched you. Every day you get up here and you tell people that it's not that big a deal. Andrew, I watched you. Do you want me to show you fucking screenshots, videos of you on recordings of August and his mugshot? Do you want me to do
Oh,
that?
there you
Do you
go.
re- do
Go
you
ahead
do
and
do
do
you
it.
really want me to do that?
Yeah, go.
It's
Not
getting
a bad
ugly, y'all.
week.
Tap the screen. Share the live.
But
Tap the
Not
do
a
it
screen.
because
not a
Tap
bad
the
week.
screen. Share the live, y'all.
Because the next days when I get up here and we're all hunky dory, right? I watch you. You think I give a fuck what you have to say now? Not a bad week. Everyone knows about you. Everyone knows where you are. Everyone knows your dumbass family and how little they have, and you have nothing.
Wait, what?
You have nothing. Your family has 2 houses. Oh.
All right, just relax.
No. The
See, this
conversation.
I know more.
I'm sorry, Robert. I want to go after somebody else because he thinks it's not funny. Like the centering.
None of it was ever funny.
It's not funny. The stigma of what he's saying has no clue in what's going on. If they turned on me, calling me the white people whisper, saying that they're saying that you're racist too, but they're just saying they're tokenizing you to get to the people that's over here, and you don't get it. I didn't want to bring that up because my issue, I don't have an issue with you. I have an issue with somebody that I hold dear. I hold this person dearly to my heart. And anybody knows that I loved him.
The cheap heroin excuses. Maybe they were for your dumbass parents.
Oh, they screaming and laughing. Yeah, they find it funny. They don't care.
No, and you want to know something even worse, Andrew? At this point, you have no one. Because guess what? As we always told you, as everyone here told you, when we all let you go, they were never going to pick you up. They really weren't. And they told you.
Facts.
You made the decision to do what you did. And everyone watched by. Some people threw you warnings. Not a bad week. Not a bad week.
Is he saying a bad week because he just started hosting lives a week ago?
Well, see, so Rachel, so when your parents looked down at you and you didn't do much in life and you still live in their houses and you had many stints in rehab.
Oh.
Alive at the age of 40 is kind of like it's something to write home about.
See, it was funny when they were circling the wagons. It was funny. They were circling those wagons. I watched it. Everybody watched it. And it's not like I was not advocating to say, hey, somebody's got to stop doing this shit. This shit has got to fucking stop. I messaged you, Robert. I messaged August. But like, come on, like, when is this okay?
Well,
like,
I heard him.
You know what's even cuter and funnier is that now that Andrew's angry, now that Andrew's huffing and puffing, because tomorrow he will wake up huffing and puffing.
I'm not even angry.
No.
I'm disappointed. I'm not angry.
No. Do you think anyone gives a fuck about a person like you's disappointment? No. So when he wakes up tomorrow huffing and puffing and angry and thinks that he can do anything for his family to salvage anything, because God knows they don't want him to.
Period. Hey,
it's already
listen,
over.
Robert, I know one thing and you do too.
Well, Andrew, 2 days ago said that
Rachy
Robert was nobody.
When they get done with him and he pisses them off, his family gonna dox him.
This is why I say you have to be very forgiving.
They're done with him. You think they started with him?
Absolutely not. They never did.
No,
it was tokenized.
You know, Carmen, what they're doing is, if you notice, there's a pattern with that group of people.
Absolutely,
they find a panel to take over.
Absolutely,
when they get pissed at somebody and they want to like isolate a certain 1 or 2 people. They take over a panel. They're using Andrew. Andrew's dumb enough to.
If I may though, finish though.
Yeah.
Is that when they say with friends like this, who needs enemies? Yeah. Well, now that Andrew's huffing and puffing, guess what's the worst he can do?
I'm not even mad.
No. You're throwing a little ladies.
You know what's
crazy? Can I finish my sentiments?
Andrew,
can I finish my sentiments?
Said that you were nobody.
Rachel, I'm speaking. Is that with friends like him, who needs enemies? And guess what's the worst I can look forward to tomorrow? Andrew, I can look forward to Andrew acting just like he did as a friend. Maybe doxing me. He's going to dox me? That's
I do
friend.
that,
That's
Robert. I
no.
would
You
never
know
do
what?
that.
That's no. You already do. You do daily. My friends, my family, my loved ones,
Hey, what?
my lover.
Oh,
You do
come on.
it.
Oh, this is y'all tap the screen. It's getting good.
You
Oh my,
do
this
it.
is
Do
You
it.
oh
No,
wait
I
a
don't.
minute. Wait a
so
minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Don't you say another thing,
but hold
host.
on,
Tap
hold
the
on.
screen.
So Andrew, so when I
Wow.
wake when we wake up tomorrow and you're huffing and puffing, guess what I can look forward to?
What?
I can look forward to you being the same as you are as a friend.
I'm gonna be the same.
Scary. Guess what?
Actually, he's
That's
saying you're
the
not a friend.
that's well, no. Well, that's the fun part of sitting back and observing. That's the fun part. Is when you get to see what someone like you will do, and which to your own demise is the worst as a friend, there's nothing more to look forward to. You lose. It sucks for you. You have nothing else in your arsenal because what are you going to do? Dox me? Dox me with my enemies? No way. Not dox me
With your
with my enemy?
enemies.
The same thing? But you know what, Andrew? To your own benefit this time, you can be awake. You can be awake.
That's
Oh my
what I was talking
gosh.
about, Robert. When you
Crazy. It's
finished, how
crazy.
does it
It's
feel knowing that?
crazy.
How does it feel knowing that he was hosting a live with your enemies and they were doxing you?
I personally, I still to this day won't hate Andrew. I don't. But Andrew, and I've said this for days now, but I won't speak out of turn. You're the lowest form of man. A coward for a man is the lowest form. And everyone knows this. I don't come for men. I will go above and beyond to defend and find reason for men. You're a low form of man. You're like my brother. You're low. You want nothing more than a little attention. Cool. Go find it. You won't find it here. You won't find it there. You won't find it with your family. Cool. Wonderful. You're a coward. You don't have a backbone.
Okay. Are you all right?
I'm wonderful. Are you?
Okay. All right. No,
Because
just
I know on top of it, just like Greenlick, you're you're bipolar. I know that. Do you think we don't want you to have episodes?
bipolar.
No, you are. You are. That's why you related to him today. That's why you said, I know what he's going through. I don't know if you know who you're
Because
dealing
he's
with.
off the wagon.
I don't know if you know who you're talking to. I don't think you do. I don't. Not everyone is the low life degenerate 9 stents at rehab low life who's still living within their parents' homes. You are.
But Robert, can I say something? He allowed them to talk about that man.
Like you're giving my.
He allowed them to talk about that man. And we just heard a lady that came up and said some shit that was off the chain. But they tried to drag him. They said, "Oh, we got to save to protect the women." The women were soliciting him for money. They were coming. They were like, "Oh, it's Green Lake. I'm gonna show him my boobs. Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that." But then, how did he become the problem when it was the women? And he allowed it. I can't be in counsel with people
I think
like
it's the
that.
opposite, Carmen.
You think
A lot
so?
of women,
There.
a lot of women,
Yeah.
a lot of women a lot of women were harmed in the name of Andrew's live this week while he was quote unquote sleeping and somehow missed all of it. On multiple panels, he just didn't see it while women were harmed.
Yeah,
Remember
well,
the other night, Andrew? I'm sorry,
and for
buddy.
everyone who's wondering where the energy came from, folks, I'm not a like uncalculated little sophomoric child. If you know me, you know what I felt about Andrew for some time now. I don't
Oh, I knew
react
you were
right
pissed.
as much as you guys think I might just say what I want when I want. Not even sort of. You let people be who they are because just like my prompts, what do I always say? You don't want to lead people to where you want them to be. You want to know who they are and when they are and what they are. You want to know. And now you let people act, you let people operate. And then when they say things like, not a bad week.
It may not have happened to you, but it happened to your lover. It happened to your lover.
Well, but it's neither here nor there. When things like not a bad week, okay, well, let's talk about it. Not a bad week. What's a not a bad week when you have enough information to know what not a bad week means? And when you know that that person knows what a bad week might look like. You're so stupid. Let me explain something. It was on one day you say, my boundary is Bex, Robert, and August. Next morning, none other than August mugshot on your platform. But you're asleep, right?
Not a bad week.
Was 100%.
Not a bad week.
It's fun. It's fun, and it's the difference between a lot of people in this world. And Andrew, I think that your family is probably wonderful, but you are what you